Hello, in this video we are going to be talking about co-founder Jed MacCaleb and his remaining XRP which are being sold. So every now and then I read news article headlines telling me how horrible Jed MacCaleb is and that he's been selling so much and people lose money and because of him the entire market is crashing, and I want to address all these issues, or more or less all these FUD bombs, or whatever you want to call that, to get on it a little bit closer and make some sense of it. So the first thing, there's a cool website you can look up. It's called jet.tq.dev. On this website, you can see his initial funds. So he had, at the beginning, he had 5 billion XOP, and those are being sold. And as we can see here, the first, so it has been, it was sold a little bit earlier. But as we can see, the website dates back. So the oldest entry here is with 4.8 billion XP. So they're being sold. Okay, well that's a little bit obvious, isn't it? But the more important part is how much is being sold, and the answer here is they're being sold programmatically. So Jed MacCaleb is not unicratically saying he wants to sell that many or that much. No, that's not the case here. It's being calculated. So it's being calculated depending on the volume XRP had. So the more volume we have, the more XRP is being sold automatically. So it's very important to understand that, because otherwise you think like, yeah, he can whenever, well, a certain time hit and he can dump all of it and the market crashes. But no, that's not true at all. So let's just check out the last sell-off. So that was yesterday. So every day a fixed amount of XRP which is being calculated. That is also the case why there are these odd numbers. So you can see here suddenly it's 10 and it's 12 and it's 13 and it's 3 million and then it's 17 million and so on. And well, let's just take a closer look here. So he over a week, for example, here he sold let's say he sold like 72 million XRP. And now what you should know here is he able to move the entire market with these sell-offs? And the answer for that is, let's just check the volume. So the current volume, for example, not for Bitcoin but for XRP, is here 10 billion. That is the daily volume. So 10 billion US dollar or 11 billion XRP. So the answer to that is no. He's just a tiny proportion of that. So it's that he's, well, it's just taken for a day. So he's selling 10 million on one day, and well, so sold here 10 million today. And let's check the 24-hour volume. So we just take the 10 million, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've got the 10 million divided by the entire volume we have here. So the entire volume is 11,509,657,911. And you can see, and I'm just I double tapped enter. My bad. I have to do one more time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 10 million here divided by. I have to click enter one time. I misclicked, unfortunately. 657,911. So okay, I'm just gonna do it that way. So we can see that, oh yes, it's really tiny. I just misclicked, my bad. So if you just click, so we can see it's 10 to the power of -4. Okay, so you have to obviously add 4 commas there. So we've got 0.00 wait, 0.008. I hope I did it correctly. 6, 8, whatever, yeah? So he's not even making up 1% of the volume, of the 24-hour volume. So that's what I want to highlight. By the way, I could have also yeah. So that's the part here. So I just wanted to, like, at least tell you about that. So it's just a tiny proportion of the XOP sales. That's what I wanted to highlight here. So the market is not crashing or like increasing or whatever because of Jed MacCaleb, because of the automatic sell-offs. That's not true. So yes, so this is my impression of that. You can also see here when he ran out of the XRP. And right, so that's the most important part here. So if there's anything else, so for example, you can also Google Jed MacCaleb and sell off. You can see there like many news articles always mentioning how our Ripple co-founder Jed MacCaleb cashed out 260 million XOP so far this month. Oh no, the market is gonna crash. So we have these articles every month. Every time it's the same and it's just annoying. So you can see here how many he crashed out, and if you accumulate all of those, then you get the sum. But did he move the entire market? No, he did not. So yes, that might be quite interesting to know. So if you just check the daily volume, and he's below like 1% or 0.1%. So you just have to calculate that, and you can see he's not like a huge impact on the market, but rather the news regarding that might be even worse than the actual sell of him is probably, since these articles are not rare. You can see them quite often. So Firefly races. Okay, now with that one here, Jed MacCaleb Sales. So this is from the 14th of February. Jed MacCaleb says 22 million worth of XRP replica for the stash could run dry by May. Yes. So we've got always these bait. Not it's not baits though, but they always sound so dramatic, like the market is gonna crash. So even the co-founder sold his stuff and no and whatever. So yes, I wanted to highlight that. I hope it was like a little bit insightful to you guys. You can also, like I said, Jet to take you to death. You can look it up here how much he already has, so you can see here the balance. So currently he has 1.4 billion XOP left on his wallets, and he will probably run out. So on the 1 week average, or yes, we can see here on the 8th of October, we can see in a 1 month average, whatever, on the 24th of August, or on the 5th of September. So always depending like on the average, so we don't know exactly. So if the volume is higher, it could decrease faster. And yes, so that's basically it for this video. I hope I was able to kind of help you to understand how the sell-off does work, uh, that he's not moving the market, and that Jed MacCaleb is not able to sell, for example, 1 billion XRP at once. So that is simply not true. So thank you for watching it, and see you in the next video.